Hello, I am Sonali Powar and in this lecture we are going to see the topic algorithm. In that, first we will see what is the definition of algorithm. The algorithm is a step-by-step procedure for solving problem, or also I can say algorithm is a set of instructions for solving problem. For example, I want to make a cup of tea. So what are the steps we require to make a cup of tea? I just written that step. These steps is also called as a algorithm. So suppose I want to do any task and I just written the steps. How can I do that task? So these steps is called as a algorithm. Now, what are the characteristics of algorithm? There are the five characteristics of algorithm. First one is a input. What is meant by input? Whatever the data you are providing for your process is called as a input. Now, what is meant by output? Whatever the result you get from your process or algorithm is called as a output. Now, in input, the algorithm have zero or more number of input. What it means, there will be some algorithm which do not require any input. Also, there will be some algorithm which require one or more inputs. Now, second characteristic is output. The algorithm must have at least one output. Means you will get some output from your algorithm or process, then only it is a useful. Otherwise, it is a useless algorithm or process. Now, third characteristic is definiteness. What it means, each instruction of your algorithm must be clear and distinct. What it means, in previous example, I shown you the algorithm of making tea. In that algorithm, suppose I said take a water, take a sugar, but I am not specifying how much sugar, how much water, how much tea powder. It means I am writing general instruction. So your instruction must be clear. Actually, how much water you want, one cup of water, one tablespoon of sugar. So your instruction must be clear and distinct also. Now, fourth characteristic is finiteness. There must be some condition in your algorithm which will terminate your algorithm. So it means in your algorithm there must be a finite number of steps. Now last characteristic is effectiveness. What it means, if when you are writing instruction in your algorithm, that must be feasible or practically possible. Now we will see the advantages and disadvantages of algorithm. The first advantage is algorithm is a stepwise representation of any process or problem, so it becomes easy to understand that problem or process. Now second advantage is algorithm uses definite procedure. So through the algorithm I will get to know about what actually I have to do. Now, third advantage is it is a not depend upon any programming language. So, anyone can easily understand that process. See, in first slide, I shown the algorithm of tea making. So, through the steps, easily anyone can understand the tea making process. Now, fourth advantage is algorithm has a logical sequence. What it means, now there is a step 1. After completion of step 1, I am going to the step 2. So there is some logical sequence in algorithm. So it is easy to debug when any error comes. Now last advantage is using algorithm, problem is break into smaller piece and I can write the steps to solve that small problems. So it becomes easier for programmer to convert that small problem into actual coding or actual programming. Now, what are the disadvantages of algorithm? First disadvantage is algorithm is time consuming. Now second disadvantage is it is difficult to show branching and looping in algorithm. When we are going to see what are the examples how to write the algorithm, that time I will tell you how much difficult to show branching and looping in algorithm. Now last disadvantage is it is very difficult to put any big task into the algorithm. Now we will see the examples of algorithm. In that, first we will see how to write the algorithm to add two numbers. Always remember, the first step of algorithm is a start and last step is a stop. And in between these two steps, we are going to write our process. Now, to do the addition of two numbers, the number of inputs are 2. Means I have to enter the two numbers, and what is the output of this algorithm? I will get the addition of two numbers. So there is a one output for this algorithm and two inputs for this algorithm. So first, whenever you want to write the algorithm for any problem, first define what are the inputs and what are the output of that problem. Now, in the second step, read number x and y. It means I will take the two numbers from the user and store that number into the variable x and y. Means I will store that values into the x and y. Suppose user enter the 10 and 12. Okay, so x becomes 10 and y becomes 12. Now, step number 3. In step number 3, I have written z is equal to x plus y. It means do the addition of x and y, and whatever the result of this addition, put into the z. So it will do the addition of 10 and 12 and put the result into the z. Now my result is ready. So in step number 4, I will just display that result. So it means I will just display the 22 as a output. Now last step is a stop, means my procedure is completed now. Now next example is, suppose I want to write the algorithm which will gives me the addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of two numbers. Now here how many inputs are there? Two inputs. And how many outputs are there? Four output, because I will get addition, subtraction, multiplication and division also of that two numbers. So I will enter the two numbers, it will gives me the four outputs. Now as usual, first step is a start. After that I am just taking the two numbers, so again I will say that read number x and y. Means user going to enter this value x and y. Okay, now next step number 3. I will add these two numbers. See here I just written the add ADD. Okay, so here you can give any name. यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा है x and y. Means step number 2 I just written the read number x and y. Here you can say read number a and b. You can give any name here. You can use any name here. So after that step number 3 is add x plus add is equal to x plus y. It means I'm just doing the addition of x and y. I'm putting the result into the variable add. After that step number 4, I'm just doing the subtraction of x and y, and step number 5 I just multiplying x with y, and sixth step is I'm just doing the division of x and y. Now my result is ready. My result is stored into the add, sub, mult and div. So these are the variables, or these are the things I just used to store my result. Now next step is to display the result. So I just display the add, sub, mult and division. So now next last step is a stop. Means my procedure is completed. Now I will stop. Now see, you can do the same thing with the another way also. Now here you can see in the second algorithm I just taken the two numbers, read number x and y. After that step number 3 I just add these two numbers, and in the step number 4 itself I just display this result. In the step number 5 I just do the subtraction, display the subtraction, do the multiplication, display the multiplication, do the division, display the division, and last step is a stop. So in the second algorithm I just doing the arithmetic operation, again I just display the result. Means I'm just doing the addition, display the addition, same way like that. So what I want to say that, suppose there is a one problem, it can have a number of algorithms. So each and everyone has its own way of thinking. So for one problem there will be the number of algorithms.